Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. I'd like to share the story about the Bank of England boss who earns over 500k a year, is telling everyone, all the workers around the world who are on low wage or medium wage or even high wage, to stop asking for a pay rise. I know it's absolutely shocking, but it's totally true. So before I elaborate on this story, I want to go back. The Bank of England, well, that guy is the boss of the Bank of England, raised the UK interest rate from 0.25 to 0.5%, which means households or average families will have to pay between £100 and £200 every month, meaning over £1,000 or even £2,000 per year. It's money that UK people don't have because you got your gas bills, which are doubling in price. You're paying more tax because you're paying more national insurance, for example. The cost of living has gone up. The cost of buying goods, everything's gone up. So people are worse off. So this guy is basically now saying, people in UK should not ask for a pay rise. So this guy, this sick joke of a guy, earns 500k a year. 500k a year. So he's privileged. This guy is privileged. He's not living like the rest of the UK are, who are middle class, who are struggling to make ends meet, who are thinking about how they're going to feed their kids next month, how they're going to pay for the mortgage next month, whether they're going to be kicked out. This guy is an absolute joke, absolute sick joke. So I can tell you why he said this. I can tell you exactly why he said this. Because he wants all of the businesses in UK to keep their profit margins. Because if you think about it, if you are a business, your running costs are increasing because, as you all know, the supply chain is becoming more and more difficult. As a business, you're going to have to pay for more gas, for example. Your supply chain has become more expensive. You have to pay more for your raw materials, for example, as well. So the profit margins for a lot of businesses is going to go down, right? But what he also doesn't want is for pay rises to go up as well, because that's going to hit the profit margins of businesses even more. So he wants the rich to be richer and poor to be poorer, because if you think about it, for example, the Bank of England, for example, all of these major banks and investment banks, if they stop paying if they stop paying salaries increase, sometimes salary increases need to go up in terms of inflation. For example, if the cost of inflation is going up, your salary needs to go up as well, because otherwise your salary becomes meaningless. If you look at what's happening in America, cost of inflation has gone up over 7%, and some areas are even double figures as well. So a lot of people are resigning from their jobs because it's just not worth working anymore, because everything they used to buy suddenly has become very expensive, and your salary doesn't reflect that. Some people are working on minimum wage, and it's just not worth their while working, because what's the point working if you're getting such a low salary and you can't buy anything with it because the cost of inflation has gone through the roof? Same way here. He wants the businesses to make profit. He doesn't want the UK people to live a good life. He wants the UK people to suffer. But he wants the businesses to make money. He wants the businesses to make the profits. He wants to be making the profits. It's an absolute joke why we have this guy in charge of the Bank of England. How many people who are running this country, I'm talking about Boris, I'm talking about this guy here, they're just privileged. They just don't know what it's like as a normal human being living in London, how difficult it is. They just don't know, because they earn the salaries, they've got the life, they've got the privilege. While they can do whatever they can, they make all of these decisions which affect the rest of us. It doesn't affect them. It affects the poor. Increasing national insurance, that affects the poor. It doesn't affect the rich. It's the poor people that are working. They're the working class. They're on low wage incomes. It's more going out of their pocket. You know, the rich people who own businesses, that's not going to affect them. It's not going to affect them at all. And increasing the interest rates, that's going to affect the poor as well. If you look at the pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people still got mortgages to pay, and a lot of people had to get loans out to make ends meet, because a lot of people, you know, lost their jobs, or they can't find work, so they're having to take loans out to make ends meet, and because they've run out of savings, and now they're going to have to pay extra interest on those loans. It's just disgusting, absolute disgusting. And now they're going to have to pay double the gas prices as well. You know, I just feel sorry for so many people in UK, and a lot of people that are in middle class, they're going to end up in poverty, and a lot of them are in poverty right now. And these bigwigs that are running the banks, they have no idea, they have no clue. They're sitting in their cushy jobs, earning $500,000 a year. You know, they can make whatever decision they want as long as they having a good life. They don't care about what happens to anyone else in UK. This is an absolute joke, an absolute sick joke. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll speak to you in the comments. I love reading your comments, so let me know what you think. Take care for now. Bye.